Hello, I'm Hope Logan. I'm an actor on Bold and the Beautiful, and many people really love both me and our Bold and the Beautiful drama. So I've come here to share updates about my beloved Bold and the Beautiful. Everyone, please subscribe and support me. If you do, I will keep coming every day with new updates for you. The week of July 13th through July 17th promises to bring an emotional storm to the Bold and the Beautiful, where love is tested, loyalties are challenged, families struggle to stay together, and heartbreaking revelations threaten to change lives forever. As the drama unfolds, every relationship will be pushed to its limits, forcing each character to confront painful truths they can no longer avoid. Some will fight desperately to protect the people they love, while others will discover that even the strongest hearts can begin to crack beneath the weight of fear, rejection, and uncertainty. The familiar glamour surrounding the Forrester and Spencer families will once again give way to deeply personal battles, proving that behind every beautiful smile lies a complicated story waiting to be told. With romance hanging by a thread, dangerous enemies refusing to disappear, and devastating family news looming on the horizon, the coming days promise an unforgettable emotional journey that no one will escape unchanged. For Will Spencer, the week begins with a heavy heart as he struggles to accept the growing distance between himself and Electra Forrester. Every attempt to reach her seems to push her even farther away, leaving him questioning everything they once shared and wondering whether their future is already slipping through his fingers. The silence between them becomes almost unbearable, replacing hopeful conversations with lingering disappointment and unanswered questions that echo louder with every passing day. Watching the woman he cares about slowly retreat from him is a painful experience, one that leaves Will feeling more isolated than ever before. His confidence begins to fade beneath the weight of rejection, and for perhaps the first time, he finds himself searching for someone who can simply understand his pain. That emotional vulnerability may create the perfect opportunity for another unexpected connection to grow. Stepping quietly into that emotional void is Melissa Dillon, whose compassion may arrive exactly when Will needs it most. Rather than judging him or questioning his decisions, Melissa offers something far simpler, yet far more meaningful: comfort during one of the lowest moments of his life. Her kindness creates a safe place where Will can let down the emotional walls he has tried so hard to maintain. And that warmth becomes increasingly difficult for him to ignore. As the distance between him and Electra continues to widen, Melissa's unwavering support could begin filling the empty space that heartbreak has left behind. Will already knows that Dillon genuinely cares about him, and in such a vulnerable state, resisting the comfort she offers may become nearly impossible. What begins as innocent support could slowly transform into dangerous temptation, opening the door to emotional complications that neither of them expected. While Will wrestles with his emotions, Electra finds herself facing pressure from another direction, as R.J. Forrester encourages her to seriously reconsider the path she's chosen. Believing that Ridge Forrester's warnings should not be ignored, RJ urges Electra to leave Will in her past and start looking toward a safer future. His words are not delivered with cruelty, but with genuine concern, as he believes his family is simply trying to protect her from making a painful mistake. The more conversations Electra has with those closest to her, the more difficult it becomes to separate her own feelings from the fears being placed before her. Slowly but surely, the repeated warnings begin to chip away at her confidence, planting seeds of doubt where certainty once existed. As she hears again and again that Will may be more dangerous than she realized, Electra starts wondering whether the Forresters have been right all along, creating an emotional crossroads that could permanently change the direction of her relationship. Elsewhere, another threat continues casting a long and frightening shadow over the family, refusing to fade into the background, no matter how desperately everyone wishes it would. Taylor Hayes cannot shake the feeling that Sheila Carter remains an ever-present danger, and her instincts refuse to let her rest. Even when the household appears calm on the surface, Taylor senses that the peace is incredibly fragile, and could be shattered without warning. Her greatest concern centers on Steffi Forrester Finnegan, whose determination to protect her family may place her directly in Sheila's path once again. Taylor fears that Sheila's obsession has never truly disappeared, and that denying her what she desperately wants will only make her increasingly unpredictable. Every passing day leaves Taylor worrying that another devastating confrontation may be waiting just around the corner. Those fears become even more justified as Steffi stands firm in the face of Sheila's relentless determination. Refusing to compromise when it comes to protecting her loved ones, Steffi appears completely prepared to prevent Sheila from seeing both John Finnegan and young Hayes Finnegan. Her decision comes from fierce maternal instinct and an unshakable belief that keeping Sheila away is the only way to guarantee her family's safety. Yet every boundary Steffi establishes only fuels Sheila's obsession, transforming rejection into renewed determination. Instead of backing away, Sheila becomes even more motivated to find a way into their lives, making the situation more dangerous with every passing moment. Watching this escalating conflict unfold only deepens Taylor's fears, as she realizes that Sheila may become increasingly desperate if she continues being denied the family connection she so desperately craves. Amid all the growing tension, Finn refuses to allow uncertainty to define his family's future. Determined to reassure the woman he loves, he makes a heartfelt promise that leaves no room for misunderstanding. Finn vows that Steffi and their children will always remain at the very center of his universe, no matter what challenges arise around them. His words carry genuine sincerity, reminding Steffi that Hayes and Kelly Spencer are his highest priorities, and that protecting them will always come before everything else. In a world where outside threats continue closing in from every direction, Finn's unwavering commitment offers a rare moment of emotional comfort and stability. Even as danger lingers nearby, his devotion reminds Steffi that she is not facing these battles alone, giving their family a much-needed source of strength during an increasingly uncertain time. Meanwhile, another battle is preparing to erupt, as Bill Spencer refuses to back down from anyone who dares challenge the people he loves. Standing tall against Ridge Forrester, Bill makes it abundantly clear that he will not be intimidated by any threats coming from the man known as the dressmaker. His protective instincts extend far beyond himself, as he fiercely defends Will, Katie Logan Spencer, Liam Spencer, Hope Logan Spencer, and every member of the Spencer family who may find themselves caught in the growing conflict. Bill's determination reflects the fierce loyalty that has always defined him, proving that when his family is under attack, he is more than willing to fight back with everything he has. The emotional divide between the Spencer and Forrester families only continues to widen, creating an atmosphere where every confrontation feels increasingly personal. As old rivalries reignite, it becomes clear that neither side intends to surrender without a fight. At the same time, Hope Logan Spencer finds herself carrying the emotional burden left behind by recent heartbreak. Brooke Logan Forrester has stepped away on a wellness retreat in an effort to recover from the devastating aftermath of Hope's betrayal, creating physical and emotional distance between mother and daughter. Brooke's absence leaves an undeniable void in Hope's life, forcing her to face painful feelings without the comfort and guidance she has always relied upon. The separation weighs heavily on Hope's heart, making her loneliness feel even more overwhelming as she struggles to process everything that has happened. In that vulnerable emotional state, she may naturally find herself leaning more heavily on Liam, searching for understanding, reassurance, and the familiar support that only he seems capable of providing. Their renewed closeness could become an important emotional lifeline, even as unresolved feelings continue complicating both of their futures. As if the week were not already filled with enough emotional turmoil, Carter Walton and Daphne Rose Walton are about to face perhaps the most heartbreaking challenge of all. Their dream of building a family together has been filled with hope, patience, and quiet determination. But despite their efforts, the future they imagined continues slipping farther out of reach. They have been trying to have a baby for some time, yet every hopeful moment has been followed by painful disappointment, leaving them wondering why happiness has remained so elusive. In the coming episodes, they may finally receive the devastating answer they have feared all along. The possibility of infertility threatens to shatter their dreams, confronting them with a heartbreaking reality neither of them ever wanted to face. As this crushing revelation unfolds, Carter and Daphne will be forced to lean on each other more than ever before, proving that sometimes love is tested not by conflict between two people, but by the heartbreaking trials life places in their path. With romance, heartbreak, family devotion, looming danger, and devastating loss all colliding during one unforgettable week, The Bold and the Beautiful is preparing to deliver an emotionally powerful chapter that will leave viewers anxiously waiting to discover what happens next.